Ready. 50, plant.
I got you.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Jones operating from the gun. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D, let's go. Now let's get there. Watch the safety creep.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Tens the mic. Three bud.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Jones. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
throwing. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Come on, set! Hey, come on! 55, Mike. Let's go, baby. We need turnovers. Get that ball!
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Washington. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3. But you get pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Derek Wolfe picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask a rap. They'll tell you. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll run with Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
On the set.
10 to the money. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Fire.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, New York.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Gallman will run it. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Ready?
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
That's complete to Slayton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Pick your game up.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 45-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
This one caught by Isabella. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Murray now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Washington now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down now, it's Washington, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Eddie Weber. Patsy. 2-6. Jim.
Murray now on first down. Washington's got him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Man, I got you.
Fire. A first down carry for Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Take four.
Jones on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. This is Shepard on the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Come on, let's go.
6-6, pull it high.
Now Gorman. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Washington. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He wasn't ready.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Murray now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Murray. He's got it. Seals-Jones, touchdown Cardinals. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Running it, Washington. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's get it.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From the 27, Jones. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Jones operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
Ready up. 61, matchbox light. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. This is Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Hey, Jet.
The toss out to Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Giants win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Giants, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check it, Henry. Alert, flare.
Get.
On 1st and 10, Costello, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Switch. Everyone, Mike 20. Go. He's coming.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Target.
You draw Corker.
Check hot. Check there,
Let go. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello has got it to Williams. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Ready?
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's keep moving.
Go team, spill. Let's go.
Switch. Bang.
5.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue, explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Run.
You remember me.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go. My time.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch out.
Pistol.
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go.
Hurry, hurry.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hurry.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check. Fresno. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Go.
Watch the twins. 54.
Shoot.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 30 base.
54. Walk.
Go.
Right there.
Topper.
Down to lose one. Check. Big
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Go, run.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
180! Point it right.
Mayfield to throw it. Got a man, Slayton. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
180.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Oh, you got deep? Switch.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. That one complete to the former Seminole, Arden Tate. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Regular.
Right back to him on first down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Mayfield. Got him in, it's Brown. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Run. Check 6 guys. Alert.
To throw, Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now a give, right side. Swift, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike Smith. Mike's 56. You're not ready.
Hey!
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Pistol.
Double dog. That's the way.
Kings.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Pull it high.
Tight yard. Check nine. Save. Kill.
Get it.
On second down, it's Coleman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Back to throw. Costello. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A gain of 15.
Let's go. 18. Gator.
I'm coming after you. Check. Lucky.
On first down, it's Coleman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Coleman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
22 jet bombers.
Watch the safety creep.
Yes. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Regular. Go.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Hurry.
Check 24.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the
Hey, alert 33. Run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally different.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Mayfield. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Niners' 43-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 38.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
25, check 25. 61, match box. My God.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
132 fighter.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
18 Gators. 54. Right 54. Here we are.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You draw Corker. Hey, high 7. 5.
To throw on second down. Costello. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Bravo. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Costello. Completes it to Coleman. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Back now in Baltimore as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On first down, Swift. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 37-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you.
Now a give, right side. McFarland, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3.
You don't want it. Showing up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check 31, check 31. Switch. Bang, 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 bang. Check 3. Watch out.
They will run again with Coleman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Johnson on poke free. Football's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
I'm here.
General West.
Check. Fresno.
Hey. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Ready? 60 or. Hey, team 6.
Mike 20.
Topper.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Hey, dude.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello. He's airing it out for Whip, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Coleman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 26-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
I'm going back to you. Big air. 36.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Niners 23, Ravens 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harvey. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
In the end zone. Results in a 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Haywood.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. but still all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play